Welcome back to Gidget's Glow Up, where 9 to 5s are a thing of the past and dreams are built one grind at a time. I'm Dori, your neuro-spicy guide to sim survival, and today, Gidget's putting in the work. She got a new laptop, 5 hours of programming under her belt, and a shiny new job as a tech guru, but the grind's not over yet. She's working towards that no boss, no 9 to 5, just the hustle to make her streaming dreams a reality. Let's get to it. So, in our live recorded stream that we just ended a little while ago, we left off with her playing Sims Forever, getting some of that. Oh, she was working on this play video games daily task. That's what it was. We are complete with that, so we can stop for now, and then we can cook us some food because we're getting a little hungry here. So let's continue there. One of our goals for this episode today is to use some of these funds we received out of nowhere. Oh, wait, Johnny Zest is calling. Okay, what's up, sir? Once again, I am asking for your support for the Power Conservation Neighborhood Action Plan. It is going up for a vote, but currently self-sufficiency is predicted to win. We need every sim to get out and vote. Can we trust that we'll have your support? So we have some options here. Are we with this change and that change needs to happen now? Or no way, I'm voting the opposite. How do we feel? Or just plain I don't vote. Well, you're on Dory Unfiltered, and here we vote. And you know, being self sufficient is not a bad thing. So I'm with you. Change happens now, Johnny, right now. Okay, it looks like as soon as we finish cooking this, we need to jump in the shower because our mermaid hydration is getting very low very quickly. In fact, if this goes down any further, we might have to stop cooking and get into it. So, yes, back to our goal today. We got these 2,000 simoleons as a gift. Unexpected gift. So we can work a little bit on her space, spruce it up. What I'm thinking is let's try and see if we can get an actual bathroom going here. Okay. Little mermaid fun there. And we will also need to get a new counter so that we can add the cookbook. And oh, we reached level 7 of cooking. We've only cooked like 3 or 4 meals. That's fantastic. And the Humor and Hijinks Festival's in town. And now we just reached level cooking 8. Hello. That was a lot in a very short period of time. So I'm gonna let her eat this, grab a quick shower, and then we'll jump into build mode. Spruce this place up. Give her some windows, maybe? Yeah, she likes that idea. So she can see this gorgeous view of off her property. I think that is needed. So if we put a little window here, look at that. It's so bright and cheery. I'm definitely going to move those. Not sure what I'm going to do with them. I might get rid of them. But yes, we need to see this. All right, she is showering now. I'm going to minimize this, minimize this. I'm going to go ahead and help her up. Just drag this over to the sink here. I'm going to wait for her to get done with the shower so she gets clean before I move it out of the way there. We need to get our handiness skill up so we can upgrade some of these things that we're going to keep. Like this shower we can upgrade so it's got pulsing jets and a massager and all that, which speeds up your shower time. Because she didn't have much to do here and it's taken quite a while. Alright, apparently self-sufficiency received the most votes from the community and will take effect immediately. Voting reopens Friday at 8 a.m. Got an afterlife anonymous. We don't need that. Alright, heading into build mode, people. And actually, I'm gonna pull her out here real quick. Just get her out of the way. Go here, honey. So I can surprise you with a bright and light, cheery place. No, thank you, love. Okay, but heading back into build mode. All right, so I think we need some windows. We need an extra one of these, so I'll just pull that out now. We need some better lighting. We'll have to do wall lighting though because I did put this glass roof on, and really it shouldn't have those out. I do kind of want it out the front. That's not what I meant. So I'm going to hold shift and drag this arrow in. That way it only does one side. It doesn't do both. Where if you don't click shift, it will resize both sides. And I just want the back side in and just the front side peeking out, overhanging over the door. Okay, so we have 24 out of 32 tiles. We have, what is that, 8 tiles we could play with. So we definitely have enough tiles to sneak in a bathroom. And I'm thinking we're going to do it out back here. Because I'm kind of liking this idea of a garage shape here. Because we do have that restoration kit that has a lot of amazing garage items we can sneak in here later on. So I'm just going to grab my box tool because it's just simple that way. And we need at least 3 tiles. So I think we're going to go this direction. It's an odd number because we actually have 6 spots here, but it'll be fine. There's nothing to see here. Okay. Now we got this funny shape in the back that this is not going to cover. We'll figure that out here in a moment, how we want to roof that. Because now I'm questioning if this is what I want to do or if I want to stick it out on the side over here, but then we'll lose that window. Oh, let's see. Let's do that. So I'm just grabbing the whole darn thing. I'm going to put it towards the back here. Now I can just take one of these. How does it look still facing forward? I'm going to shrink it down to the one tile. I'm going to bring in the one eave over here. Then I'm going to scooch this in. So do we want a skylight roof over? We might as well. What is it hurting? I like, oops, click the wrong one. I like this unbent smoothness for the outside for right now. Kind of gives us that sandy feel. Did I get everything? Yes, I did. Okay, so now we got a roof. We got our little bump out here. We're gonna need a door. Let's move her bed out of the way. And let's sneak in her shower here. And we'll sneak in the toilet. Now later on she's gonna have a bit bigger bathroom, so I'm just gonna set these 2 items in inventory for right now. And maybe we'll just stick this light in here for right now. Ugh. I mean, it's not glamorous. Come on. Fine. We'll do it this way. That's another MC Command Center thing. I think it's MC Command Center where I can change the color by holding shift, but there's another way where you can also actually clone it by holding shift. I'm just trying to get it to do my bidding. Okay, so before we get into tiling the bathroom and sprucing the place up, let's grab a couple of windows so we can get some natural light in here and then see what we have to work with. All right. I'm just gonna narrow this down so we don't have a ton of choices because I really love these base game windows. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add in business and hobbies because that pack has this window, which works so perfect in a kitchen where you still have room to put cabinets above and you can see out the window. It's not the greatest with the stove in front of the window, but you know what? That's what's great about The Sims. We don't have to worry about reality here. Okay. We might end up moving that window only because we may end up moving the space. And actually, okay, so if we have 27, we have 5 tiles left. How wide is this? 4? You know what we could do? We could actually increase the size of our living quarters here. And now we're at 31 tiles. Yes, I like that choice. Let's stick her bed back in here just so it's out of the way. Okay. So we have 4 tiles that way, 4 tiles this way in this sink. This sink is actually going to end up in the garage. Maybe I'll do this. And we're going to go for the corner. So when you go into cabinets, you can use automatic counter, and that's great when you're placing the counters down, and it will automatically make this turn for you when you click the next one. I'll show you what that looks like actually. Let me get this out of the way and this out of the way. So if I have this, I go boom, boom, and I put one right next to that. See how it bends to my will? But if you don't have automatic counters on, what will happen is it will only set one at a time, and when you try to put this one in, it doesn't connect naturally. So what you have to do instead, I don't need that one, I don't need that one. I need this corner piece right here, which we'll put right there. We'll put our refrigerator back in. It's a little smaller than the cabinets themselves, but we'll deal with that when we get our big kitchen set up. Then I'm just going to put the sink right back there. Got our desk. We'll center that a little. We don't have a place to eat yet. We still have 2,000 simoleons though, so we'll see what we could do here soon. Because we need flooring, we need walls, we need tile, we need more windows. So let's go back to that. Go back to base game. Okay, now I don't want to use this slider because I'm using this one over here and then they don't match, and that will bother me. This one is a nice big picture window, which, you know what, I'm not sad about. You know what we could do? Let's put this in our inventory for when we do, in fact, get a garage setup going, and instead we'll use a cabinet and we'll use an actual kitchen sink. Okay. Okay. Put a little sink in there. Now we got a window moment there, and I'm going to... Gosh, that adds so much natural light. I guess we should... I like that window, but you know what? I think I'm going to sell it and just do a little guy here. There's this one and there's this one. That's at the same height. Let's put a little window here. No, I want counters over here. So let's drop it down, but raise it with the 9 key on your keyboard if you're using a PC. I have, by the way, I do not play The Sims on an Xbox. I play it on a PC. So if you need tips and tricks for cheats and other things for uh, the console version, I'm not your gal, but I'm happy to ask my assistant if you do end up with those questions and really need to know. So I'll still hook you up. It just won't come from my brain. I'll have to use a tool. I'm actually going to move this stove over a little. I hate how it goes into the wall, which means this is slightly off center. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's add the same window in our bedroom, which means, should I just sell these lights or keep them? Let's decide on lighting here in a moment. Okay. Excuse me. So we're going to keep our bed for now. We have 1,598 simoleons left. We have a really good kitchen happening here. I think what we need to do is we need to protect ourselves first. So let's get some security measures in place. One of those being a smoke detector, because every now and then a fire may happen, even though I have some good lot traits set down and we have good equipment here. And then I'm also going to splurge. It's only 85 simoleons, this burglar alarm. Here, I'll set it over here out of the way. And that way, if the burglar wants to come and play, at least the cops might be notified. Um, we might have to take care of them, which will make an enemy of that person. But you know what? If you have chosen to make a career out of breaking into people's homes and stealing their hard-earned purchases and items, then I guess that's the consequence of it. Now, I was thinking of also getting, I've turned base game off, also getting a thermostat. It's 125 simoleons. It's super hot, and if we're going to be working in here, we can't always go to Sulani to keep cool. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase one of these, and we'll just put it right here above the fire alarm. So we, not fire alarm, our security alarm, so that all that equipment's together. Let's also buy some upper cabinets so we have some storage finally in this space, because there is nowhere to put all of our treasures. Now, these cabinets were, oh my goodness, what was this called? Horse Ranch? And which color did I choose? Let's say it was this light one. I'm just going to choose these little guys. So these work. Oh, that's right. That's right. I want a bunch of shelves. Well, full corner. Let's put one of these in. And a full one, will it fit over the fridge? No, no, it will not. So what happens if I raise it one? That looks a little better. We'll do that. What if we brought this, leave that down, and then brought in the little shelf above the window? That needs to go up a little though. Let me bring this to the same height, and then we'll do another, go back up. We'll do another one of these over here at the same height as the other ones. Will this look okay? I'll have to move this now. That's a head bunker, isn't it? Okay, I don't like this. Don't like it at all. That's okay. That's what's fun about building in The Sims. You try. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and save. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to see what this one looks like on the other side. If it's open like that, we won't be able to use it above the stove. Or maybe we don't put anything above the stove except for the exhaust fan. We could choose one that like takes up the whole space. Let's try that. So I've got this one. Let's put in the tall boy. Cuts in, and that drives me nuts. So let's back out, put in the shelf. Oh goodness. What I could do is raise that up. But what I could do is come back in, and I can use the 9 key to make it look like it's not two copied items where they have the same things on the shelf. Okay, that's looking a little better. We have a place to put our dishes after we wash them. We could put in a dishwasher, but it seems a little extreme for this little environment. So let's look at stove covers. What's appropriate? Oh goodness, we're down to 908 simoleons. We still have lots to do. This is what happens when Dori comes in to build and forgets she has a budget. So we could do a little something like this. I typically use this, but I always put a cabinet over it because who wants to look at that? Not this plain one. That doesn't look terrible. That was $235, so we're down to 673 simoleons. Oh, we got a schmapple coffee maker. The only thing about drinking coffee is after they drink a cup, they immediately have to go to the restroom. And we don't have much counter space. And it's 365 simoleons. We may end up selling that. But first, let's get some color in here and we'll see what we're left with. I also have to get a door. Let's do that before I forget. We're going to use the same door here because it will just flow and match. And I'll have to put it in the middle because of how the bathroom's laid out. And what do we want? So this is kind of our color scheme so far, kind of muted pastel-y colors. I guess we could go with that. Let's see. This is too vivid pink. Might be too dark in here. I need to go back in live mode and, or let me just do this real quick. Lighting. I want overhead. Overhead. I clicked the wrong one. We won't keep these. I just want to use them for a second so I can see better. Okay. Now we can see what we're laying down. Okay. I like the textured wall look because, first of all, it's a garage. Let's check out what the new restoration kit gave us because I know it came with a swatch, but I think it's only drywall. It's only drywall. Do we want the drywall look? Because it would look like this, or more rough textured, brand new, would look like this, which is kind of fun because it shows, it kind of gives that feeling like we're in the middle of remodeling, which we are. We're living in a garage basically right now, right? So what do you say? Let's go ahead and go that route. I think that's fun. Let's check out the flooring. Did it come with any flooring? No, neither of those kits came with flooring. So we'll remove those. Let's do cement flooring. It's still free. And we could go different colors. More purple toned. Here's just kind of like a brighter, cleaner version. We'll just follow that into our bathroom. Oh, I'm kind of liking this. Okay, I like where it's going. We're in the midst of remodeling, but we're going to have the tile complete because we wouldn't want to use the bathroom with drywall only, even if it's the wet stuff kind of drywall, you know, that you tile over. I think that would be not a good thing to do. We need something cheap. $5. I love these new base game tiles. Let's use these. Let's just do a white look. And should we tile the floor? I think it would look nicer if the floor was tile rather than cemented. Let me take off the grid. I mean, it's not terrible. Maybe it just needs a rug. Because a cement floor is fine, especially if it's sealed correctly. And the water, hopefully they slope the cement enough where the water goes in the drain. Yeah, that's what we're rolling with. So we're down to 507. Let's see. What else do we need besides decorations? Definitely could use some better lighting. And a rug. Let's see if we can fit a rug in here. We may have to come back to the lighting when we have some more simoleons, maybe. Let's see what we can do. So, what kind of rug would we like in our little bathroom? There's a cute one that came with one of the newer kits. They're coming out with these kits so quickly, I don't even know the names of them anymore. We don't even have time to like check them out before the next one comes out. Not that I'm complaining because I do get bored very quickly. And so it's nice to have the new content, but it's not this one. Okay, we're just gonna go back in and sleek bathroom. Yeah, I think this was the one. I adore this color right there. I'm gonna size, well, maybe we use it in the kitchen instead. Maybe we use it as a, yeah, I do that. Huh. I love this rug. What happens if I size it up with the bracket key? And we just kind of tie in this space. Maybe we could sit a little chair here or over in here. No. Maybe we'll just leave it in the bedroom. I like that. Even though they don't match, I think it's the right hues. Is that the right term? We'll go with that. That just adds a little splash of color. Maybe we could get some curtains on those windows. Okay, so there's none in that kit, obviously. So maybe in the bedroom we do something like this. And then in the living area, we won't put a curtain there, but what do we want? Oh, here. The Sims does kind of lack in valances. I don't, when I play, when I build, I don't like covering all the windows or the whole window. What if we size this down? We could bring some greenery into the room. And we'll just pull her desk out a little bit so it's not clipping in, or maybe put it in a little, and we could put something there. Okay, never mind. We'll just do that. I think that's nice. It just adds some greenery, some color, some love. Do we have a little spare change for a side table? All very muted, like that. How about a light to put on there, or a candle? What do we want there? What I love to use are the little trays with books stacked on them and a candle or two. So it's kind of what I'm shooting for, but we may end up with a lamp. It is a small round table, so this is what I was looking for from Tiny Living, which again is another one of my most favorite packs. Ooh, look at this little purple color. That'll go. Oh, nope, that worked perfectly. In love, it's happening. As long as the candles are away from the curtains, we'll be okay. All right, can we afford another rug to put in here just to add a little shebang? About, I want white, I want some color. This is too fancy. It doesn't have my green in there. Is there a different swatch I could use? I love that purple though. This room is more in the greens. Yep, that's kind of vibing with me for now. The pinks don't match crossing over, so let's just make sure there isn't another option we'd prefer better. Because we could, how big is this? Oh, it's too small. And if I size it up, I think it's too big. It does kind of work with our little country kitchen going on here, even though it's a little eclectic too. I don't know. It kind of goes into the wall over there. But it fills up the space nicely. That might be okay. Let me move this. Get rid of it. Put this guy in there. I think it's cheaper too. And then it gives us, I don't want it under anything that shouldn't be under though. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Oops, didn't mean to grab that. Okay, so we have that. I know this looks wonky now that I extended the room. Need to fix the roof too. So it doesn't make as much sense that the driveway is just to here. So what I think I'll do is add some greenery. We only have 122 simoleons. We can sell that coffee pot too, but I don't think we're going to need to. What we're going to do instead is I'm going to use some debug stuff. One of those being this wall item. Kind of give definition over there. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these. I can always get them again. Maybe our lemon tree needs to go by the front door. We can add our garden area. We need to keep it in the sun. Let's set it out here. And we had talked about lining the driveway with these beautiful flowers that we are growing. Some of them have not made it in yet. Oh, but when they do, when they do. All right. So now that's looking a little better, and we have not had to spend a dime. We're going to leave this cement for now, or we could... I hate that it's like this. 122 simoleons. We still need to fix this, but we need to add a floor to add the trim. That will give this a little more oomph to it. So, how much are these? 25. Let's just add 2 of those just to finish off that look. All right, I'm happy with this for now. We have 72 simoleons left. And I think that looks good. So, was there anything in here? We're saving all these for now. Let's go ahead and go back into live mode. Oh, you know what? I didn't get rid of those 2 lights. Ah, shoot. Now we're not going to get all our money back for them, but that's okay. Novice error. We also didn't buy another one of these, so doing that again. Got a light over there. Let's add this one over here. Keep that one there. All right, we'll go that route. Okay, so here we go. We have built our sim. Oh, I left one there. I'm sorry. I have to get rid of that. But I think this is where I'm going to end this episode. That was our main goal, to get into that tech guru career. Where's Miss Lady? Talking to her plants. I didn't mean to go back here. And I think we're going to leave Gidgit here and come back and keep working on our little career path here. See if we can get to level 3 tech guru and move up in our computer whiz journey. And until then, if you haven't already, click and smash all the buttons and do all the things. I need your follows, I need your likes, I need your views. Help an unemployed old middle-aged lady out, would ya? All right. Have a great day. Bye for now.